Dude, I have so much fun fucking just listening to music, opening up streams. But we are here. Oh, I believe we got our first little visitor here. Wait, why can't I see them in chat? Why is my OBS so slow? Let me see what my YouTube chat says. Yo, what's up, Dart? This dropping? Oh, no, I'm not dropping the video. So let me give you a heads up about what's going on today. So I normally do research and development entirely like on my own, right? But what I wanted to do for the how to be biking video is kind of show you guys some of the research and development that I do for the video. So the first thing I like to do, or at least the first thing I want to do for this video, I normally do everything by myself. I guess I should make that clear too. I normally do everything by myself, meaning like I lab every single possible instance. I outline a general strategy for like the average Baiken player, probably around level floor 10 or Celestial. And then we go from there. But what I want to do this time is take a look at some professionals. If you didn't already know, Lord Knight, one of the top Guilty Gear players, consistently performs well. He is transitioned from Amelia to Baiken, or he has both Amelia and a Baiken now. He's still developing the Baiken, but he's definitely someone I look up to in terms of professional play. So I'm going to take a look at some of his matches. He actually did a great video, how good is Baiken in Guilty Gear, where I'm sure he's about to kill it. I actually haven't seen it myself, but as you can tell, I'm an avid Lord Knight watcher. And then we're going to take a look at some of his matches, and we're going to use what he's giving us and maybe see if we can get, he'll probably open the door to like some foreign players, some foreign Baiken players, and we'll take a look at some of their matches too, and I'll start taking notes as I go. And yeah, just going to walk you guys through some of the research and development that I normally go through when I do these things. What is this? Anyway, let me make sure everything's good though before we get started. Can you guys hear me correctly? I think you guys can hear me correctly. I wonder why my YouTube chat didn't update though. Here, let me type something in my chat real quick. Feed. Yeah, I typed feed into my chat and I don't see feed. I don't know what that's all about. That should totally work. And I have a feeling I'm just not going to worry about it. Let me try something. I think maybe my Streamlabs is acting up. Cutie Cinderella. Whoa, I just want to sign in to Streamlabs. What's all this extra shit? Did they lock me out of my account? Am I getting hacked? I really hope not. Our terms of service have changed. Well, what choice do I have other than to accept everything that you say? Whoa, yeah, Streamlabs is getting a little bit too ridiculous for me. I just want my chat. Widgets. Whoa, chat box. Whoa, chat box looks dope now. What the hell? I just want to keep it simple though, you know? Before you proceed, sure, like what? I'm not. There we go. Okay, I showed up in my chat. I don't know what the hell took that so long, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with Lord Knight's video here. How good is Baiken? Now this is before the patch, so we have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Okay, here, and today I want to actually do something
we're all here to learn, boys,
with Bridget, and go down a checklist of what makes a character good, but this time from Baiken's perspective. So how good is Baiken actually? You may or may not know, I main this character right now. I switched this character after Evo, so I've been playing her for a couple of months now. A lot of people say she's strong, and I personally rated her strong, like tier lists and stuff, but I wanted to go through just down the list of like what is good in Guilty Gear Strive and see how she stacks up. So we're going to be looking at offense,
I think that's really good way to think
defense,
about it.
neutral,
This is how I
and
made my tier
knockdown.
list.
So first, moves that are plus. So unlike classic Guilty Gear games, a lot of the frame data in this game is kind of homogeneous. One thing that was pretty rare when the game came out was people having advantageous moves. But in Season 2, they basically gave advantageous moves to everybody, more of them. So in Baiken's case, her
Yes,
main
sir.
one is close slash. Like many other characters, she's pretty average in this regard because she has a +1 close slash where many other characters have that. She does have a couple of
Great
things that are
background
unique
using
to
choice
her,
here,
though.
too,
So for example,
by Lord Knight.
Yozan-sen is plus on hit. Someone told me this before.
This is so gross,
but
by the way.
Despite her being plus enough to combo off this raw, she can't do it because of some special game rule. However, she is plus in this situation.
Yes.
And then also, on a falling Yozan-sen, she's advantageous as well.
Yeah,
Here's a simple
sometimes plus
example.
enough to combo. Actually jailed into
On top
jab.
of that, even though this kind of falls into
So
knockdown,
disgusting.
anytime someone blocks this, she has quite a bit of an advantage. This generally comes up only on knockdowns though. The last thing about moves that are plus is that she has this, which is +2 now. So the startup is really slow. However, if she blocks it, she gets access to tether. The opponent can do special tether combos to you, but also it makes her return on everything way, way, way higher.
Yes,
So, for
sir.
example,
She does
if
not
I
go
hit
damage
this-
for free.
This is usually my main combo. If I get this off tether instead,
So
you see how the
disgusting.
damage went way
So
up, and I still
disgusting.
had time left on the tether, which means I probably could have pushed this combo a little bit more. The next question is, does the character have some type of fast or instant overhead of some sort? This is a resounding yes, of course. We all know about Yo Johnson. At 9 frames plus 4 frames of jump startup, this move is 13 frames. It's incredibly fast. On top of that, she has this as well. The IED back Yozan-sen hits around like frame 19 to frame 21-ish. So she has a couple of ways to implement fast overheads that other characters don't have because of her special moves. The next question is, do they have like a safe 5D? So something that makes your 5D plus. This is pretty important because for most characters, they don't have something like Yozan-sen. Usually their fast overhead is tap dust. Tap
Yep.
dust is very, very, very punishable on block. So that's me using a 10 frame move to punish. This is me using a 13 frame move to punish.
Disgusting.
Fast dust is -15, so there's a lot of ways to punish it. So having a safe one is a huge advantage in this game.
So
Funny that I'm
gross,
using Happy
man.
Chaos here because he can do this.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So he can make his
sir.
5D safe.
So good.
Safe is an understatement, to be honest. Very advantageous.
Yozansen is the
using
most
his
rage-inducing
gunshots.
move,
Does the character
It's
have a
disgusting,
50-50 is the
right?
next
Because
question.
it's an
And
abnormality,
Baiken
like he
has
just said. You literally, you're only used to 5D, right, as an overhead, which has very low return without meter. Now she can, like, resourceless either, first of all, damage you, but also reset her turn consistently. And there are ways to manipulate it, as you saw, to, like, either, like, move it along the risk-reward spectrum, which is super dope, but, like, only a select few characters get to do it. So it breaks the
many
formula of the
ways to
game.
50-50.
And she's always been able to do
couple
that
of
since
examples
all
would
of Guilty
be-
Gear,
one
so.
would be off her 5K. So off of her 5K is jump cancelable. So you
This
can
is
jump
actually the
cancel and
strongest
jump.
version, I would argue, of Baiken yet. Even, like, I guess you have to consider the constraints of each game she's been in. The addition of the rope, being able to multiply her reward is, like, insane. And the only issue with it on release was, like, you weren't able to apply it in a safe, consistent manner. Now you can just, there's so many other things you have to worry about now. Fastest jab in the game, or tied for fastest jab in the game. Far slash, right?
However, the sweep is
Claw
faster than
and
Yozan-sen.
it's just so
Yozan-sen,
good.
as I said,
Anyway.
was 13 frames. Sweep is 10. But luckily, since her 5K has
Let's
a lot of
increase that
active frames,
quality.
it has 5 active frames. You can slightly
I didn't even know
delay
this.
your sweep.
This is what okay, let's write that down, boys. 5 active frames on 5K? Is that what he just said?
Since her 5K has a lot of active frames, it has 5
I told you guys, if you ever have 5 active frames on the move, that is a wall.
active frames.
As far as
You can
fighting games
slightly
are
delay your
concerned.
Sweep in order
This is consistent not only in Guilty Gear, but also in, like, Street Fighter and other fighters I've noticed. They do
So-
not like giving you more than 3 active frames on moves,
up a 50.
because then you get the wall. And having it on, like, a fucking...
You'll know you kind of have it right.
Jesus
if
Christ. Having it on
when
such
you're
a quick
practicing
button is really good.
against the CPU, you have them set to guard first only, and they actually get hit by your sweep. Something like this. Her close slash is also jump cancelable. It's technically safer in that it's airtight, and you get the same type of options. You can do close slash sweep and close slash Yozan-sen. Close Slash has more
It's
blocks on the
Yo, Zonson is crazy because it's one of the few moves that are legitimately, it's like one of the few true 50-50s in the game, and it's not resource dependent. That's another reason why it's rage inducing.
And an airtight sweep at various timings.
At least Happy Chaos can't do it all the time. Like, he's willingly giving up a resource in order to do it.
The next question is,
She's
how
just
fast
doing
does the
it.
character get meter? Baiken actually gains meter incredibly quickly. This was one of the first things I was really surprised about
Because she always has access to special moves to be
when
doing.
I started to play her. So this comes from a couple of things. So one comes from this special move, Kabari. So you actually get a small amount of
Both in these big horizontal spaces, even if she's in the air, she has access to something she can do that's actually of value. In the air, she can do, obviously, Yozansen, but she's probably going to be doing in neutral Tatami Mat, and she's also going to be doing Claw on the ground. And since she's always doing a special move, remember, Guilty Gear rewards just doing anything. So her tension rate is like never going down, whereas someone like Amelia is always going to be moving but not doing anything. Remember, all of her specials are committal as fuck. Baiken has very low committal specials she can do at this horizontal.
When you whiff special moves.
That's very rare. Again, a very rare quality. Most characters get one thing that they should do and maybe like an unsafe thing that they could do, right? So like Kai, for instance, he can do Fireball on the ground, very low commit, right? But not a lot of reward. Just kind of like Tatami Mat for Baiken. But if he gets in the air and he does Air Fireball, that is significantly more punishable than ground fireball. Whereas, especially after the buff she just got, she can just Tatami Mat from full screen. She can Tatami Mat from full screen, and you just kind of have to watch her do it.
Game plan. And
it's disgusting. I don't know what they were doing.
Especially because she's pretty active.
I'm telling y'all, this character, well, I said it in the thing, I'm like, this character is definitely one of the new gods of the game.
Neutral in a lot of
she does everything you want to do in Strive. I think her only weakness at this point may be some of the neutral structures she has to take in certain matchups. I hope he gets into that.
In neutral as well. So this character actually has the ability to retreat and build meter at the same time.
I don't believe in the argument that her health is an issue.
Then you have to take her combos,
especially after what happened to Nagoriyuki after the winter change.
Her main combo is this, which builds quite a bit of meter.
Look at that fucking damage, bro. Actually insane.
Meter, but you have to also consider too that she's really good at safe jumping and setting up offense from her knockdowns.
Yes, sir. Like, imagine not playing this character.
Which puts her a little bit
I don't even know
closer.
what you would call a weakness on this character.
Building meter in neutral means she has the ability to build meter incredibly quickly. Then, to add even more to her ability to build meter, if she throws you successfully and gets a mix-up off it, she basically gets 50 meter right away.
Now, this is another thing, too. So I want to talk about this in relation to the other characters in the game. A lot of characters have strike throw as like a primary part of their game plan. Baiken, as we can see, is very versatile right out of the gate. But even those strike throw characters where that's their only thing, like Giovanna, for example, when she gets a grab, she doesn't get any value outside of the grab. Yes, she gets like a safe jump, but that's it. As we already know, Baiken's getting a safe jump off mostly everything. But what makes her so special is if she gets a grab, she's applying the rope successfully. So now that's her win condition, meaning like any hit she gets from this point forward, her reward is multiplied, whereas the risk is still the same. And that's what, again, that's another top 5 quality. I'm amplifying my reward, but also keeping the risk. That is a very strong quality, and it's not going to change because that's central to her identity in Strive. Again, the rope is the hugest thing, the change they ever made for her. It's actually insane. People like to talk about parry a lot. I'm like, fuck parry. What about rope? Like, rope is really, there's nothing really like it in this game. Of course, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but
from here,
obviously you can develop strategies where it's not so much the case.
To go from it. So her ability to build meter
so
is
good.
Very, very good. The next question, funny enough, is
you said okay, wait, hold on. Yo, what's up, Coal Mine Canary? Welcome to the stream. Glad to talk to you. He said, man, I need to dissect this matchup till its fullest because I'm fighting her more than anyone. Yeah, I mean, she's already a popular character. The meme has always been like everyone wants her in the game, but no one actually plays her. Well, not only is she in the game now, you have every reason to play her. She is good, I think, by every metric. I think the only place where she has struggled since she's come out in this game is neutral. And I think that's fine. What Lord Knight is magnificent at is reducing as much risk as possible in neutral as a consequence of him playing, characters with low health in fighting games with like poor defensive tools. So I want to see his workaround. That's one of the real reasons we're going to watch a lot of him today.
Two types of throws. She has this standard throw where she automatically tethers you. and she has a version.
You're not gonna stop seeing her because she looks cool and she is cool, and you're just not gonna stop seeing her. And she keeps getting buffed. Like, oh my god, those winter changes were ridiculous.
Now, there's a little bit of a
anyway
in the game where some characters get their win conditions off throw. I don't know how intentional this is, I guess. This kind of falls in line with...
Let's see. So he's saying what I'm saying.
Where if the opponent could have done something about it, and then you're correct, the game gives you really big reward. I feel it's really heavily in Dragon Ball FighterZ as well. So her standard throw leads to all types of mix-ups. And as I mentioned before, if she mixes you up in this situation, she's going to get 50 meter basically right away. If she doesn't get meter from the combo itself plus the following knockdown gives her meter, which is incredibly strong. And she has the flexibility to not tether, because there's some characters that are actually pretty hard to deal with if you tether them. Some examples would be like Kai or Leah Whitefang. I'd go as far as saying she has one of the best throws in the game. So next is how safe are they against YRC? Baiken actually is not that great against YRC. So like many characters, her jab is safe to YRC, as well as her 2P, but her kicks are not safe to YRC, nor is her close slash. Once we get to slashes, of course, many characters are not safe to YRC in this situation. That being said, though, even though she herself is not directly good against YRC, she does have a lot of creative applications for working around YRC, especially when she has meter. So, of course, one that you may have seen is her BRC mix-up.
Yep, classic.
So your BRC slowdown will activate before the enemy's YRC, and you could punish heavily if you read them.
Disgusting.
If they wait, of course, you run the risk of them waiting to YRC, where here it's kind of hard.
You can probably
to
OS this.
deal with their YRC.
Let's see if he...
But also, you could just send it on a mix-up. This is actually a tactic I use quite often. If I was to use like this, for example, and let's say we're just doing like a tatami, right, and YRC can come here. So there are a couple of guessing games you can play because you have advantage in this situation of are you going to do a safe jump or a tatami gaishi, or are you going to do a mix-up right away independent of it? So it could be a little bit difficult for the opponent to pick something here. They kind of just have to do something. They don't have time to see what you're going to do.
Correct.
So in this way, I do think she's kind of strong. However, I wouldn't put her in like the top class of being really good against YRC. Next is how safe are they against bursts. So on knockdowns, Baiken's pretty safe against bursts. For example, here.
Oh my god, guys, stop looking at these fucking mix-ups.
Pretty big advantage because
these mix-ups are insane.
Mix up safely, which is nice. But as far as combos, it's pretty hard to bait.
I think the question is gonna become, when can you not? Wait, can you reflect gun, Baiken gun? I think the question is gonna become, when can she not burst? When can she not safe jump burst? When can she not safe jump burst? Like, when can you use a system mechanic like YRC or burst and you actually are safe in a knockdown situation? When can she not bait burst after a knockdown? That's where it's going to get weird. I don't know, right? Because usually you can be like, this character got this kind of hit, and then I'll burst on this kind of knockdown. Right, because it normally goes right. You don't want to burst typically after a valuable hit, because they typically are going to have, maybe they have a resource or they have a particular bait ready to go. So normally you would save it for the knockdown situation, but it seems like she pretty much hits you into knockdown. She will have some kind of setup that baits burst. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do. You may actually be fucked. I don't know.
Safe as characters like Happy Chaos or Nagoro Yuki.
This is actually scary.
Like the usual.
It's gonna be one of the hardest characters to dissect for sure.
Average as far as that. Next question. Does the character have to hit you to win, or can they win from making you block? So Happy Chaos here is a pretty good example.
Oh, I've never thought of it like that.
Doesn't necessarily have to hit you to win.
Actually, that's not
Happy
true.
Chaos can set up offense from blocking and then continue his game plan from there. So something like getting this, and then when at some point he feels like pulling up and can go into whatever type of offense he wants. I would say Baiken doesn't necessarily have to hit you to win.
Oh, this is interesting.
That her pressure is pretty good and pretty threatening. Now, if you're like risk averse, it could be hard to set up pressure with her because she has a lot of points where both characters can gamble against each other. But if you're good or comfortable with it, or study it and just build strategies, which is what I've been doing, because I'm kind of risk averse. I'm not gonna lie. I am a melee player at heart.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you can
See?
get some really good returns. So the main things being 6K, Tatami Gaishi, H Kabari, and S Kabari. So let's go through each one. 6K. So why 6K? The main reason is that 6K advances. She has
Now we're
a few
talking.
moves that advance. 2H is another one. So this game has a mechanic called Faultless Defense designed to push you out. So I'm doing 3 jabs. I'm getting FD'd out. But on normal block, I'm able to do like 4. So there's a difference in pushback. So then, one nice thing about 6K is that it lets you advance. So this makes it so people can't push you away easily. Same with 2H. It makes it so that people can't push you away very easily. Then you have Tatami Gaishi. So this move is -3 if both hits connect. If the second hit connects only, she's a little bit advantageous. The nice thing about this move is that it pushes people out specifically.
Yes,
So
sir.
people
Right into her far
generally,
slash
they don't
range.
want you to do Tatami Gaishi. They'll try to Faultless Defense you because if they make the first hit with, they can counterattack. Something like this.
Yep. That will definitely be going in the
Where on
guide.
normal guard, it would look something like this instead. This is because the first hit of Tatami Gaishi is connecting. But Tatami Gaishi is designed to work in tandem with Kabari. So this move pulls you in instead of pushing you out.
Yes,
As well as a
sir.
side note, if they instant block, they don't move, by the way. So even on FD, you will pull them in. So this is good against characters who have kind of stubby, fast buttons. Happy Chaos actually falls into this group. Even though Happy Chaos has a really good 2K for mashing, his buttons are kind of stubby overall. So most of the time when you do offense to him, you can pull him in. So she has a move that pushes people away into Tatami Gaishi in case their fast punches and kicks are really big, like Kyle or Nagoriyuki, where she has something that pulls you in case your fast buttons are kind of stubby,
Yes,
like
sir.
Happy Chaos or Chip. With these moves, you could build up their risk gauge a lot. If you get a hit, you'll do a lot of damage. Kabari itself is attack level 4, so it builds a huge chunk of risk gauge when you do it, where Tatami does not build anywhere near as much. Then, on top of that, she does have a high low that she can do. So, blocking Baiken is pretty scary overall. I would say her
Correct.
offense is quite good. Next would be, what is the character's average damage like? So, on average, the type of hits you get a lot with Baiken, you would get like this, sometimes this. Getting hit by this is pretty rare. You get hit by this, and this also. So Baiken is a character where the closer she is to the corner, the more damage she does because generally
Naturally.
she'll be able to extend in a way that she cannot mid-screen. If we use a simple example like a jump in, a standard jump
Look
in
at this
combo would be
damage.
something
I can
like
already
this
tell it's gonna hurt.
in the mid-screen, but if she's just up
Don't look, chat.
closer,
Don't look.
she
The
gets
gun.
corner extension.
The gun. Ooh,
That
that's
can
in my
break the
combo
wall
video,
if you
by the
want.
way. Let's
So
go.
her average damage is okay overall. I would definitely say good. It's just situational, very situational. Sometimes you're not going to be able to do really long combos because
Character's
up to the
correct.
starter you got plus your location on the screen. Last but not least would be the wall break situation. The wall is
Okay,
a
now this is where things get interesting because when I was playing Baiken, I was like, her post wall break is not good. I want to see what he says here.
pretty unique mechanic to this game. When you break the wall, you
Right,
get a
because
meter
here's the thing: the reason why she's so strong is because of attributes that were in older Guilty Gear games like Yozansen, but also because of attributes that give her an identity in Strive, like the rope, right? But wall break is entirely like, I don't think they were able to account for that. So I don't think her post wall break is strong. Let's see it.
bonus and a damage bonus, and I believe a defense bonus. I always forget that last one. When you break the wall with a super, you get a unique hard knockdown that places the opponent a little bit closer to the corner than normal.
Yo,
So
welcome to the
let's check out
stream,
Baiken.
Chris. Now this is gonna be interesting because I could not develop one interesting, meaningful situation here after post wall break, and this is what broke my heart because I come from Leo and I come from Zato, so our post wall break, post super wall break, of course, is very potent. Let's see what he's got. That's not a safe jump.
Unfortunately, her wall break situation is
Oh.
a little bit tricky because she can't
Tricky,
threaten a
okay,
safe
he didn't
jump
say weak.
against
Let's see what
the
he's got.
fast reversals, which are
You could claw and you could rope, but let's see if he brings that up. I don't think we'll see.
9
Let's see what
frames
he's
in
got.
season 2. You do have other ways of attacking from the wall break situation.
The issue with using claw and roll, okay, you can already tell from the body language of his face. He's like,
But because you can't enforce a safe jump, it makes it kind of hard for the
You
opponent
have to
respect
guess.
you. That being said, though, her just
Let's
breaking
see
the
it.
wall is a pretty big deal because when she has 50 meter, both in neutral and on
This is
offense
very
and
interesting
defense, she's
because, you know, if you know the history of Lord Knight, he played Millie, and Millie had the same issue. Her post wall break is notoriously weak.
However,
It's so
from
sad.
being
It's
able
so
to
sad.
Continue your offense,
So he switched
perspective,
characters,
I would
and
say
he still
not
doesn't get a
great.
good
Next,
post
let's
wall
talk
break.
about defense. So
Oh,
first,
he didn't talk. Yeah, so yeah, he couldn't come up with anything either. So when we watch his matches today, we're gonna try and figure out how good Baiken's post wall break is, because I can't think of any. I could come up with nothing. Obviously, you could think of like, oh yeah, if you blew RC, like obviously, like if you have 100 meter or some shit, but like you have no meter and you get that, you know, the super. I couldn't think of anything. Just
how
like he
fast
couldn't
is
either.
their fastest button?
We're gonna be
Of
watching that.
course, the top tiers here would be characters like Soul.
Yes,
and
sir,
Chip, who have
3-frame.
buttons. Baiken's 5P got buffed in season 2 to
4 frames.
making it a
So
really,
disgusting.
really good option.
So
to
good.
mash if you want to try to get out of pressure. The only weakness is that it's very, very stubby and it doesn't hit high in the air. But besides this, the speed is unparalleled and you get a good combo off it if
Yep.
you hit it.
The return is
From
really
close
high.
enough, to be fair, from close enough. The next question is, do they have a meterless reversal? Yes, they do.
Now we need to pay attention to also what he's not saying, right? Let's see if he talks about her 6P game. Her 6P, I don't remember. I mean, I think they've changed 6P or her 6P since she's been released. Her 6P return was tricky. Well, yeah, we're gonna use one of his words, tricky. I couldn't get the return I wanted.
Dude, they have parry.
Let's see if he comes with something
there are
I
a lot of
couldn't think of.
characters that are mid dispensers in this game. They rely on strike throw quite a bit. And
Yo, what's
even
up,
with
young
that
Steven?
button,
What's up,
you
Ghost?
Get absolutely just wrecked if you get counter hit. But thankfully, she has a meterless reversal in parry to challenge.
Great
Hers
option.
is unique in that hers is the only one in the game that you can PRC on a whiff. So for example,
This is so
if you make a
strong.
reversal whiff,
This is so
it does
strong.
not matter how much you mash on RC, you need to connect with it. Supers you can PRC, but supers cost 50 meter. So unless you use the PRC glitch that some characters are really good at using, like Testament, you'll have to use 100 meter to escape this way. Baiken in particular is able to do this, which is pretty rare in the game. She's the only character who can do this. Next, is there super vertical or horizontal?
Work as usual.
Horizontal supers
Copy.
are a pretty big advantage.
We're
because
talking
people
Guilty
have
Gear
to
right
really,
now.
like, pay attention to them. They can't just outspace your super. So Baiken does have a horizontal super. The range on the super is
I didn't know it
nice.
went that far. This is interesting. That's a nice range. Let's round
How
start
good
at
is
least.
the character's backdash? So Baiken has
Standard
a pretty
backdash.
standard backdash.
Yeah.
So in this game, and Soul is one of these characters, the average backdash has 5 frames of invincibility and 20 frames total duration. Meaning for the first 5 frames, you won't be able to hit them, and for the next 15, you will be able to hit them. There's other factors like distance that are included with how good a character's backdash is as well. Some of the faster
What's the
characters like
PRC
Mei and
glitch?
Amelia, they
Are you talking about the new technology, or are you talking about what Lord Knight just mentioned? Because what Lord Knight was talking about was parry is very, very good as a defensive option against frame traps, because even if you PRC it, the PRC will only come out if it whiffs. So you can kind of option select in the middle of frame traps, and it's really, really nice. Now, what he just mentioned, okay, good. That's what it was. You can, if someone tries to frame trap you, and you know they're going to try and frame trap you, you do the parry. And even if you mash RC, the RC will not come out unless they actually didn't frame trap you. Or your parry was unsuccessful. So you're covering a number of instances by just doing the same mechanical action, which is an option select, which is really, really strong. Let's think of another thing you can do in a frame trap situation, right? Another thing a person can do when they're frame trapping you, right, meaning they're normally enforcing some form of plus frames, is they'll try and grab you, right? So let's say you grab them first, right, because you have grab protection. But you want to RC to make sure if the grab whiffs, you cancel that recovery and you protect yourself, right? The issue with that, as we went into season 2, they made it to where if you RC in the middle of your grab, you'll drop the RC altogether. Yes, they'll still be in a comboable state, but when you get a grab, the damage is reduced. So chances are you would have just finished your grab and then used that meter for whatever pressure you had when they got up. Does that make sense? So grabbing and mashing RC is actually very bad as a defensive option. It comes up, but it's very, very bad because you're going to try and cover all these different things that could occur, but you're going to end up using your meter and reducing your damage and just not being efficient. Whereas with her parry, for example, if they do frame trap you and they go for a strike instead of throw, she can pretty much reduce all of the risk with that decision. And the only scenario where she could lose is if they were to go for a grab. But because she's RCing the whiffed parry, right, in that situation, she can defend herself from the grab. She can see them consciously walking up, when the time freeze occurs on the RC, and she's like, oh, you're obviously trying to grab me. She can back down, she can jump, she can maybe mash if she has the time for it, or she can just tech the grab. So that's what makes PRCing the parry really, really good. I talked about this in my first impressions Baiken video. It's a technology that's consistently been strong. And another thing that makes that parry so strong is it technically gets rid of safe jumps as well. So if you know what a safe jump is, that means someone's directly jumping on top of you after they knock you down, right? So let's say you're doing that to Baiken. She can parry, and obviously, if you don't know how a safe jump works, right, you're going to have a move active as the person standing up, but you'll also be able to cancel that move by landing, right? Well, what'll happen is with her is she'll parry the attack. Whereas if she was like a soul and she tries to DP that attack, right, the offender would be able to land and block in time, but you can't do that to her because she's going to catch that active hitbox from that jump in as part of that safe jump, and then you get parried. But if you do the safe jump and you pretend, if you bait it, if you're pretending to do a safe jump, but you actually just do an empty jump, and she has 50% meter, she can now RC that with parry, and then she can take her turn or retreat or whatever. And she's allowed to do this because this is specific to her. So actually having if there were tiers of reversal options on Wake Up, right, it would go like invincible reversals, not assuming you have one of those crazy ones like Faust where you can cancel, just assuming you have a standard invincible reversal like Tyrant Rave, right? So you have invincible reversals like Tyrant Rave, then you have DPs because they don't require any meter but if you do have meter and you make contact on hit or on block, you get a hit, you get a combo, and on block you get a turn, and you're safe on your Wake Up. And then above that, I would argue, is actually Baiken's parry, because just like with the DP, if you have 50% bar, you pretty much can't be wrong on your Wake Up. And one of the things about getting up in any 2D fighter is there's always a scenario where you're allowed to be wrong, right? Rock, paper, scissors are fundamental to fighting games, but if you're Baiken with her parry, right, and you have 50% bar, you basically cannot be wrong on your Wake Up. You couple that with some of the other options that you have, like backdashing with a few iframes there, doing backdashing, the blue Roman cancel, which I believe extends the amount of iframes you have. It's kind of crazy. And the fact that you can still threaten invincible reversal with Baiken 2 on Wake Up, she has one of the best Wake Up games from a defensive position in the game. And I don't think people understand that because they think of parry as something from the Smash game where you do it in neutral and shit. That's not where you want to do it. You want to do it in situations against players who are more structured, and they're pretty much going to hit you or they're not going to hit you. And you can pretty much not have to guess if you have 50% bar. It's very, very strong. It's very, very strong.
Invincible backdashes, but theirs are literally instant at 16 frames total duration. So 4 frames of invincibility, then vulnerable for 12 frames. And then the big bodies, Nagoriyuki, Gold Lewis, and Potemkin, they have 23 frame total backdashes, but they have the most invincibility at 6 frames. The third hit of Nagoriyuki's Far Slash is 6 frames active. So he's able to backdash out of it. Where a character with a standard backdash like Zato will always get hit. Baiken is kind of unique in that she has a 5 frame invincible backdash, but her backdash is 1 frame slower, so it's 21 frames. This doesn't matter too much.
Wonder why they did that.
Just starting the game or intermediate to the game. Basically, she just has a standard backdash.
Really quick random question: how's employment rent in Texas? 1 bedroom is probably gonna be anywhere between 1,100 and 1,300, and I think you'll get up into the 1,600s or the 2,000s if you go for a 2-bedroom. Obviously, cost of living in Texas is one of the lowest in the country, and that's why a lot of people are moving here. So they should be fine.
Situations where there are times where both characters will whiff
as far as that goes,
and then Baiken's going to be 1 frame less advantageous compared to other characters just because her backdash is 1 frame longer. For the sake of just simplicity, she just has a standard backdash. So next is how fast is their 6P? So we're looking at 2 things here. How fast the move is itself and how fast does invincibility activate. One easy string to look at this with would be Leo's 2K, 6K. Baiken, like Milia, has a top tier 6P, so it's not only fast.
Okay, here's the
but
6P.
Invincibility activates quickly. As a quick review, generally in the game, your upper body invincibility will start at the waist and then will go to the knees later. So in this case, Baiken's 6P is 9 frames startup, and it's 1 to 3 upper body, and then 4 to 13 above the knees. So an example of a character who basically everyone thinks this character has an esports 6P, just an amazing 6P,
Yes, sir.
is Testament. But from this perspective on defense, Testament cannot use their 6P. So the issue is Testament 6P is not fast. It's 11 frames. So even though it has the upper body thing, it's just not fast enough. So next is how fast is their
Interesting.
jump. So Degenus's Baiken
I didn't
has
know
a
that.
standard jump at 4 frames. There are only a couple of characters in the game that have slower than this. Nobody has faster than this. The big bodies, Goldlewis, Nagoriyuki, and Potemkin all have 5-frame jumps. There are some examples of setups that are either easier or only work on them because their jump is slow, but it's a pretty niche thing. And then we revisit, do they build meter quickly? Which the answer is yes, like we covered in offense. So the reason why this is important is because meter really opens up defense. So in Baiken's case, it gives her access to parry piercing,
There it is.
as well as her 9-frame reversal super. But there are also some implications around parry. So for most characters, usually the main things you get would be meterless reversal, roam cancel,
Yep.
super. Some people have been using backdash BRC.
There it is.
and
We
then
talked about all
also
those
BRC.
options.
But because of Baiken's parry, she's
Uh-oh.
also able to add BRC towards as an option, because both the parry and the RC startup are 6 frames. So what I mean is parry is 1 frame, but it's active for 6 frames, which is how long the BRC startup is. So you are able to use BRC defensively in a much more aggressive way than other characters. You're also able to tell what they're looking for. So if they hit you for doing this, then parry would have worked. If they hit your parry PRC, they were really looking for you to parry. So you're able to do things like mash and backdash. Think about how
Ooh,
the
that's a very
parry
high level.
interacts with the other mechanics in the game so that you're able to use your defense the best you can. Next, let's talk about neutral. So the first question from neutral is, can the character
Okay, here we
attack
go.
from safe ranges? I would say a resounding yes.
Okay,
with a
good.
combination of moves. One is her buffed far slash.
That
at
move
9
is
frames,
ridiculous.
disjoint, and also just very difficult to whip punish because it has like no recovery. 2, of course, is H Kabari.
There it
You're
is. Yep.
attacking with a traveling disjoint that hits
This
from
is very
quite a long
strong. And the
range.
follow-up attack.
Most characters can't get around this move very easily without committing in a really specific way, usually jumping or air dashing over it. But then she has her jump D. So her jump D, while you're not hitting anything normally, it's good against characters who are either trying to skip the corner or trying to get over H Kabari somehow. The subtle thing to note about it too is that Baiken's jump is actually quite high, but jump D will halt your air momentum.
Yes,
and
sir.
send you
Come down to
backwards.
Tejas,
So
Steve.
you're jumping at around
Young
gold height
Ghost.
here because you're going at like half the height you normally would. Then, because of the threat of her space control, you have some more aggressive tools like
There it
2H
is.
or
2H.
IDN. So overall,
So good.
if Baiken has the ability to attack defensively against a character, I would say she's able to play pretty safe. I don't think she is like the safest out of all the characters by far, but she is definitely up there. The extreme of this would be Happy Chaos. So he's able to attack from basically anywhere on screen with the gun, depending on what's going on, even from the air. And the main restriction is just how much resource he has, plus what buffs does he have. Are you cursed? Does he have focus? Is he using steady aim? Is he using 5H? Characters like Zato, Ram, and Nagoriyuki also are all able to attack from safe ranges very easily.
Yep.
How fast is their air dash? So we're talking about how quickly you can act out of your air dash. Baiken is pretty standard here in that she can act out of her air dash going forward in 18 frames. So the extreme of this are characters like Milia and Chip. Both of these characters can act out of their air dash faster. Milia, as you may know, has a smaller air dash than basically everybody, but she has 2. And the 2 combined go the same distance as 1 full air dash. But in exchange, she's able to act much faster than other characters.
Yes,
Baiken,
sir.
however, is average in this regard. Can they stall in the air? This is a resounding yes. So stalling in the air is important because characters don't really have this. So characters have really strong 6Ps. A lot of characters are good at anti-airing, and most characters don't have ways of altering their air momentum. So you have a couple of things you can do with Baiken.
This is one of my favorite
JD
qualities
makes you
about
retreat
Zato.
as well, which is kind of nice. Two, you can use Yozan
Flight is so good because you really just fuck anti-airs.
And it could mess with someone's timing if they're trying to mash in order to hit you with their anti-air. Three is she has the gun.
The gun.
So this is an option, but it's not as good as Giovanna's. So Giovanna has this dive kick super, and the nice thing about this super is that even if it whiffs, she's safe because she lands on the ground, where Baiken is floating here. This helps with combos in a big way, but if someone is directly under you, you're kind of boned if you use all your air options, but it is something that's available, and it is something that's helped me in matches situationally. And then the last and hardest thing for sure is her ability to use meter in order to alter her air momentum. So here you're combining the hitbox of Yozan-san along with using RC in order to alter your air momentum. So in this case, where I'll get hit here, if I combine these two things, I will not get hit.
Will you in fact hit her? Yeah, of course. Oh my god, look at this character.
So
she
does have a bunch of ways to alter her air momentum and bait people for anti-airing, which is not that common in this game. Can the character 50-50 you from neutral? This is a ... question mark. I would basically
What? You just
say
fucking let it rip.
There are cases where, like, if you block a random 5k in neutral, she can 50-50 you from that, for sure. If she meets you air versus air with a button, she can get offense, and that block string can lead to 50-50. Usually when I think of can the character 50-50 from neutral, I think of it kind of immediately. There are times where, like this. So because I went in a close slash, that means
all hell the waifu. Yo, what's up, Lightcast? No counter can stop her. She was born to win. Yes, sir. Lightcast loyal to the Baiken.
I kind of just think kinda. You know, it just depends on what she uses to get in. I don't think she gets it from like absolutely everything, but that's not that common in the game. Can the character get in on you immediately after goal?
Ooh, Lightcast.
Basically, no.
It's a new year.
Everything is too slow.
Am I speaking to a new and improved Lightcast?
Really
I waited patiently.
Being able to attack immediately.
Can I speak to actually a human?
Advantage in this game.
This year?
So, for example, the sword comes after gold burst. I block it. I can't jump away. Either I get hit or whatever, and he just runs at me. There are some cases of counterplay being available against these, but just the fact that you're able to threaten this if someone's not prepared is really, really good. Baiken does not have access to this unless she's putting you
positive
in the corner,
Lightcast. You'll love to see it.
All
right, I'll be messaging you
option. So what I call this lovingly
shortly,
is RC.
or sometime this week.
Something that you could just do either like meter.
I'm looking forward to it. I waited patiently long enough. It's time. For example, take over the world.
Like to call this a neutral skip. This is actually not bad. Of course,
this is a fucking.
You don't really go anywhere.
Such a good move.
Also, at the same time, it's the follow up to a move, so you do have plenty.
I'd like to ask new and improved Lightcast about
on hit,
weaknesses of Baiken.
If she really has one, it's probably this.
So
disgusting. I wouldn't say she has a particularly strong one all the time. Even this, which is designed to be anti-airs, you do have to do it.
That's so
somebody
gross.
Who's looking for you to jump in, which can take some positioning. So you can't just throw it out. From my experience. So one example of a really strong one is Leo. Leo has a couple actually. You can do this. This is pretty fast and it hits from pretty far. Like here, you're already pretty close. Another one would actually be this as well.
Oh my god,
the
such a good move.
How quickly he's able to cancel from his dash plus the speed of the attack make them pretty good fucking RC options. Next, how fast is their 6P? So Baiken is actually known for having a bad 6P, but it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, this is what I'm interested in. I feel like 6P in the claw is the move.
It does this weird little movement thing. It is 9 frames and the invincibility activates quickly, so it's okay. It does the job. Next,
you'll be human just for me. Wait a minute, I thought you said for the whole time.
So the reason why slow jump H is
she's been breaded.
Is that
I don't know what breaded means, but she's gotten nothing but love since she's gotten better every patch. If that's what you mean, I think she's top 5 now.
The ground. Or another way to look at it is that either it's active until she reaches the ground or comes in contact with something. So notice how it hits earlier here. So depending on how you use this move, it could be difficult for enemies to anti-air you. The one downside is that it doesn't hit.
They have mainly an only buff philosophy.
The next question would be, does the character have neutral tools that doesn't let opponents use their standard tools? So I would
I
say
thought you
yes,
didn't take
there's a lot of
strive
characters in the
seriously
game
for a bunch of other
that
reasons.
have problems fighting this move.
I never
and they
thought
have
you
to
took the
move in
game
ways they
seriously at
wouldn't
any point before the
normally,
buffs.
or use attacks they
Thought
wouldn't
you said
normally
Ram
use.
was the
So
end of that.
Leo actually kind of struggles getting past this move. So while he does have like really good attacks here and he's really, really fast,
And he has a
does kind of
projectile.
have to get to around here, which while he can do, he still has to get
It's
past
a
this
yeah,
in
it's a
good way,
multi-part
and so
process.
Baiken kind of controls the pace. And then the last
Good.
question for neutral: can the character convert all their hits into either a good knockdown or a wall break without using 50 meter? For the most
This is
part,
good.
yes. The main hits you get with Baiken a lot are like IADs.
Yeah, she always gets
Katami,
meaty hits. She always
raw
gets
cavalry,
nice
which is
hits.
confirmable. 2H, which is confirmable both on normal hit and counter hit. So
Such a
her
good
main
combo.
thing is that she's not good at converting far hits when the opponent is not crouching. So this is one of her best buttons, but you don't really get a combo into anything
That's always been one of her primary issues.
meaningful when the opponent is standing. So here, you usually have to use meter. But besides that, I would say she's pretty good at converting her hits overall. The more advanced you get with your hit confirms and understanding where the opponent is on the screen, what the opponent's character weight is, the better you'll get at comboing, breaking the wall when you want, or creating the situations that you want. This position here, the round start situation, is basically the sweet spot.
You just
From
be
here
trolling?
and closer, you're able to get some really big combos depending on the hits that you get.
Hey man, just noticed you were streaming. You're one of the most underrated creators on this entire platform. Thank you for everything you do and good luck in the future. Yo, I super appreciate that. Young Grant, I'm gonna keep doing my thing, brother. We're gonna try to change that this year. Try to be less underrated. How about that? We just gotta keep working hard. We gotta keep working hard.
Talk about knockdowns. So question
This is
number
our year.
one,
10,000
can
subs, y'all. Let
character
them know.
win off
I
of
got
throws? So
huge
what's
plans
the
for
main-
Street Fighter
it sounds
6.
pretty
Actually,
similar.
like Cass, we do need to talk soon. I got big plans for Street Fighter 6. But anyway, back to
If
biking.
your throw is a strong enough situation,
Back to
you can
biking.
build kind of a path to victory.
Means
for
a lot
them.
though, Grant.
For Baiken, I think
That's
it's
the
a
fuel that
resounding
we need.
yes.
That's
To
the
get
fuel
through
I
Baiken is
need.
really, really bad. So
We're gonna
let's
drop
do
the
a
best
sequence like this.
how
For
to beat
example,
guide yet.
This is starting from 0 meter.
Biken's gonna be a tough cookie to crack because look at that mix up. Oh my god. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to save y'all from that. But my guys aren't about like how to stop them after they hit their win condition. We're trying to stop her from getting to the win condition. That's
Just like
what
that,
we're
man,
looking
it's
for.
gone. It goes to show
That was
you
a
how
2-hit.
strong her throw can be, which leads us into
Gotta
the
go.
next
All right,
question,
catch you later,
how
like
much
us.
meter
Have
can
fun
the
at work if
character
you're going to
build
work and if you're hitting the
off a
hay.
successful throw mix, if any?
See you on
You
another
saw
day.
She's able to build 50 meter.
God,
without
it's so
much
good.
issue.
I don't know what side she's gonna
So
land
it's
on
not
when
that
he
the
does
combo
that.
itself gives it to you. It's that your safe jump plus next button will give it to you. And from here, you're in a really, really good situation. Can the character protect themselves from reversals and mix at the same time? This is yes, but like lowercase y. It depends on
Yes,
what you're
sir.
doing.
Canary. We gotta keep up the work.
So standard Baiken players,
Consistency
they
is key.
use two main setups. They'll
We
either
gotta
put
be intense,
IAD,
too.
Tatami into a button.
We about to
Or
kill on
you
this
do
biking guide. I've never went this ham. I can normally just lab a character, but I want to give you guys maximum value.
So these are safe against reversals. Usually your IAD in. Usually when you IAD in with a button, if you want it to be a mix-up, then you are not safe to reversals for the most part. But your tatami is basically always safe. Off throw, you also have to protect yourself in the same method. One common one to always look for is gold burst. And thankfully, she's pretty good against those.
So I think here, yeah, so he's going over knockdowns here. So I think that's how he's going to close out. Now, how do I put this? We've learned a lot from this. I'm not seeing a big enough conversation about where she's weak at. I want to see him talk about her weaknesses.
Is the good...
Of course, every character has weaknesses, but I'm seeing a very well-rounded character. And what I mean by well-rounded is not only do they have very strong responses, right? But they can build solutions around some of the common problems in the game. And, you know, we talked about blue Roman cancel.
Knockdown.
And, I mean, I'm sorry, whiff canceling on her parry.
So
Being like huge. I don't think there's enough emphasis on that, but in order to explain the impact on that, he'd have to make the video like 50 minutes long. So
yes, so usually any hit she gets from here,
we're gonna watch some
she's able
gameplay too,
to
right?
Continue her offense, and if she hits you, she will go into similar routing.
Yep.
So I'd give her a yes here. In the case of throw
Is extremely powerful. I still don't know how to determine what side she's gonna land on.
Throw?
I want to see him do a neutral jump. Like, this is clearly gonna cross up now that I've paused it, but
This does end in the same type of knockdown.
look at the meter. Look at the meter. Then this is the crazy part about her safe jump here. She's air dashing into it, right? Like, that's so crazy. Let me think about Geo's. Geo's the same way. The air dashing is huge. They love that.
Just in this
for
case,
tension
you're
pulse, tension
probably
rate growth.
breaking the wall, or I mean, if
Yo,
you
what's
don't
up,
want to, you
Immortal?
have to, but you're likely breaking.
I haven't
the
seen
wall
you
and
since
going
last
into,
year.
Like a game-ending scenario here.
I'm kidding.
As a review
What's
of
going on?
everything, So
Okay, here we go.
She has the standard moves that are plus, but she has a couple of things that are unique to her, like Yozansen and Escalade. She does have an instant overhead in Yozansen. Not a safe 5D, but it doesn't really matter because she has Yozansen.
Same.
And because of Yozansen, she has plenty of ways to 50-50. She's good at building meter. She has a great, amazing throw situation. At a glance, she's not great against YRC. However, she has things that are unique to her that helps her fight against it a little bit. But unfortunately, she's not necessarily against burst. She doesn't necessarily need to hit you to win, which is a big advantage in this game.
Yep.
But her damage varies depending on where she is on the screen. However, most people would definitely say that her damage is pretty high overall.
Correct.
The wall break situation is not that great compared to
Yeah,
Toxic
that's her biggest weakness, and I think we should emphasize that in the video. I don't think you could force her to do that to you, though. But that is one of her weaknesses. It's very subtle, though.
So, on
I think that is her weakest attribute, honestly, is her post wall break. I want something that's like, some characters have like major flaws, like again, the reason why people are saying Potemkin isn't very strong is because his win condition, you can just backdash and not have to deal with the consequences of that. I'm sure some Potemkin players can like punish you for that, but it's very, very hard to do that. And like, he can't really like keep you in without like committing, right? But like, it seems like Baiken is so fucking consistent. Anyway, it's just like every character has like a flaw, and I'm trying to find her flaw. You know, like even Ram being a top tier, right? One of the flaws of Ram is like she can't mix you, right? She's got mix, don't get me wrong, but she has to like do like what I call like the common man's mix, where you do like a falling aerial, right? Like, so am I going to do empty jump grab, empty jump low, falling overhead, really low to the ground? Like, anyone can do that. You can set those situations up, especially with meter, very easily. Like, but it's clear she doesn't have much mix, and even her mix is like relatively low value as compared to Baiken, right? If she does Yozansen and convert from there, that's not going to be nearly as scaled as if Ram hits you with like a 2K, right? Because really, it's like, you know, she's going to do an overhead or a mid, right? So you just block high. The mix is where is the low going to come in? And like, her lows are like very, very short range, and it's just not you. But that's like a thing, right? Whereas you could argue like, oh, well, Leo's really, really good, but like, it's very gambly some of the times. If he wants to push the envelope, he wants to force the issue, he has to increase risk by a significant margin, right? So we can talk about that and how to expose him in that. And that's why I talk about his neutral structure in the how to beat Leo video. But like Baiken, I'm like, I don't know, man. She can like kind of sit back and just chill the fuck out, you know, and then go in when she wants to. And since she's got Claw and Tatami and Yozansen as a like really solid ways to cover space and establish where she wants to go before she actually goes there, that's really, really good.
She has fast buttons, a meterless reversal. She has the only meterless reversal in the game that you can PRC.
And kudos to LK, by the way, because he said if Milia's not working out, I'm picking a fucking top tier. And I think he invested not in a character that was immediately top tier at the time, like the big five. I want to think of it like that. But like, he invested in a character he knew would probably like, one, still was a kind of melded with his strengths as a player, but he also probably knew was going to continue to get some love. I think around the time he switched to Baiken was during the Happy Chaos era, and it's pretty clear by this point is that any character, especially the newer ones, they only going to get better over time.
Perry, she has
one that's going to increase sales, and two, it looks like a lot of these characters aren't finished when they drop necessarily. Like Baiken was a complete mess at first. She had a bunch of really strong qualities, then they had to glue it together much later. Same thing with Jacko, same thing with Gold Lewis, right?
Which is good to have.
So if you play like a newer character, chances are you're gonna get like, that's a good investment of time because you're playing the weakest version of them, and they're gonna get stronger later. The base roster, they can be kind of, sometimes they're really good, sometimes they get hit. It's kind of weird. Obviously, there are some in the base roster that keep getting love. Some in the base roster that keep getting love. I think Axel's one of the ones. I don't know why more people aren't playing him. Axel's really fucking good this patch. Like, I almost want to redo my Axel combo video because of all the changes he got to his combo structure, but it's totally fine. Those combos work just fine. And I'm sure people will see all the new act, but like no, for some reason people just do not play that character, and I don't know why. I think he's really, really good, and he's really, really fun. Probably because if you play him, everyone's gonna hate you. So feels fucking bad, man.
Really
can't hate you for playing Baiken.
Her 6P is very good and very fast. Jump is average, and again, she builds meter quickly, so she's able to.
I'm looking for what's the biggest weakness here.
In neutral, she's able to attack from.
Yeah, that's where Sin is now. Absolutely, I think Sin's a fantastic investment. Really, really high damage. Very clear game plan. Right, like you're gonna get significant return. The only issue is he doesn't have like a steroid per se. He needs like most of his good hits is good damage, but his Oki is really, really weak, and his post wall break as a result, I guess you could say, is really, really, really weak as well. So it's kind of like you're getting a hit, and all your structures knock them airborne, and all the hits you get knock them airborne. So like you don't retain control, and you have to compensate for that lack of control by using more of the stamina gauge. And the issue with using all the stamina gauge is that shit does not recharge fast enough, and you're forced to compensate with roam and cancel. You don't ever want to have to use meter if you don't want to use meter, you know? It's one of those things I talked about with King of Fighter characters. It's like, if I have to use meter to make up for a weakness, then I'm not a good character. The top tiers use meter to like amplify. It's like a steroid for them. They don't need to use it. And Sin definitely like reeks of like, ooh, I really need 50% bar right now. You know, Baiken does not need that 50% bar. It amplifies her strengths. It just makes her safer. She don't need that shit.
Kabari, Tatami Gaishi.
He still is not saying like this is bad.
Dash is pretty standard, but
I'm waiting on this is bad.
She does have a slow JH, maybe not as good as characters as like Kai and Testament, but still it's there. She's good at stalling in the air, and she can sort of basically technically 50-50 you from neutral if she just catches you blocking randomly. She can't really get in on you quickly after gold burst, but she kind of has just like fuck it RC options that she could just do when she wants. Her 6P is fast, which is fine, but her 6P is not like huge. And she has a bunch of tools that don't let characters play the way they want to play, like Kabari, /, and Tatami.
This is so that right there. That right there. Neutral structure is so safe.
Converting hits into knockdown / win condition, which is pretty important. This character can definitely win from a throw. Her throw is definitely one of the best in the game, in my opinion, and she builds a ton of resource off successful hits off throw. She can protect herself from reversals and mix up at the same time. It's not easy though. It does take some planning, and her good knockdown is loopable. I definitely think she's a really, really good character. She has a lot of things that are important for the game. I remember on the Bridget video, people were like, you probably should have mentioned how like Bridget doesn't have good HP and guts, which I do think is a downside overall, but it's...
Okay, this is good. I remember I was like, he can't use HP for the amount of risk and damage he's outputting. He can't use that. So he's hesitant here to use that as an argument. Very, very good.
Kind of minor. There's so many examples of like top tier characters who have bad HP. So I never thought of bad HP itself as a major detriment.
Yeah.
Baiken's HP.
The issue the reason why you bring up the HP with Milia is that I have to get all these hits and my health is low. That's the issue, right? Baiken just needs to hit you twice and her health is lower relatively, but that's not why she's losing. She, you know,
guts, but
it's about risk reward. It's about risk reward, and her risk reward is phenomenal. Her having like below average HP is totally fine.
Actual defense modifier.
Very good. Very
not that great. But overall in the game, I think she's pretty strong in each phase of the game, which is
damn. He said strong in.
Let me know what you guys think.
So he basically said, yeah, she's kind of a good ass character. So what we're gonna have to do for this guide, we're really gonna have to go ham because most characters they have like a glaring issue, right? May's fucking way too linear. Axel's way too committal, right? Kai's not threatening enough. I don't even think I have to do a how to be Kai video, right? I always put him in the polls, at least in the polls before the last poll, and like no one votes for him, right? But like Baiken's they've just made her like good at every little aspect of the game. Of course, she has like minor flaws, but that's not enough for us to be like, yeah, that's something we need to target actively in the matchup. So I'm really going to have to go ham. We got to super, super focus down for this. Now we're going to watch. Oh, no, not this face. Okay, now we're going to watch some of his footage and see what we can get from this. I don't know who he's playing. I don't know who that is. Maybe he's just playing online. He's just playing online. Wait, where's the audio? Oh. There we go.
It's something I learned from back in the day.
Wait, why is he playing Milia? Oh no, I don't want to see Milia. Wait, is he playing as this character? I don't want to see that. There's the Baiken. Hold up.
Tier
Back
list
it all the
today.
way up. How we doing, Amari?
Probably pretty soon too, because I said I didn't want to play it long. We're going to not make a tier list today. Let's talk about some character impressions and things like that. Okay, I did not mean to meme him though.
Okay, so I'm gonna be pausing a lot now because this replay thing sucks on Twitch. But anyway, so this is what I've seen him play this character before.
Okay, I did not mean to meme him.
So
though.
of course, him being risk averse as he said he is, we're gonna see a very risk averse neutral. You're gonna see a lot of what I was talking about being able to put things in front of Baiken, controlling, like establishing this is my space during these intervals of time, and then using the data that they're able to retrieve from that establishment to like enforce things. And he said that he has an advantage in this matchup against Leo. So let's see how that plays out in neutral. So, yep. So again, establishing, look at all the tools he talked about, 2H, claw, far slash, like establishing all the space in the front, just checking and checking. Because the onus is on Leo. Now, Leo has a projectile. Let's see if they go for it. Gets hit by a frame trap. I think they tried to parry there, but probably not. That grab probably would have worked if he was Millia. I think if he had Millia's run speed, that little FD break in the grab would have been fine.
Oh, he went for a sweep there. Oh, that was good. Yo, thank you so much. What? Oh. Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, not the best.
How did he get it?
Holy, what an air grab. Good. That was just like snowball. They played well. There it is. He's been looking for that DP. He's ready for it, but burst is a great mechanic. So this is very, very interesting. So that was the first instance of it. Let's see if it keeps happening. Her maximum damage hits. How much damage can she get without rope? How much damage can she get without rope? Because what it's looking like, you see he was ready for that. I think he went with 6H or 5H, doesn't matter. Those are not jump cancelable options, right? So you can't really bait burst. So why didn't he just use close slash? Right? I don't know. I'm sure that's a player choice. But if it wasn't a player choice, that was just, I want to do max damage. Can she actually do that much damage off a counter hit close slash from in the mid screen? See what I'm getting at here? Anyway, can't wait to see. I'll have to test it out myself. Okay.
That sucks.
Yeah, that was actually really bad.
Are you gonna do it?
Damn, that low hurt. All right.
Shit, only Leo this happens. What's up?
Interesting. Why only Leo? Probably because of his crouch. Yeah, he wanted it. Wake up mash, OD. So they're both uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable. He's trying to get out the DP, and Leo's trying to bait out the parry. Yo, what's up, Sparks? You trying to play? I want to play some Baiken myself and see if I can figure out some things. Okay, now this is interesting. What about when her back's to the wall? He's got meter on the way. That wasn't a safe jump. What the fuck was that? I've never seen that. LK's fucking Oki is ridiculous. That man always doing some shit. That was really good. Oh, that was so good. He made him guess.
Yeah.
He made that man guess. That was really good. Amelia can't do that.
Oh shit, also, what the fuck? What the fuck, chat? Thank you so much for 19 months.
Amelia got that hit like that in the air. It would have been had to loop.
I've been like hunting characters that I actually have like a whole plan that I want to do for next year. Got him. Held it.
Good. Plus. I'm guessing it's some kind of OS.
I sent it. It is mama.
Yep, very scared to do that projectile.
Mama.
That was cool.
Good delay.
They're gaming right now. Oh, what a jump in. Leo's in a rough spot.
Okay, pain.
Wow, I actually just went for parry there. And here's another hidden secret about parry, by the way. This is another hidden secret about parry, especially when you don't have any meter to RC it. If your opponent is trying to bait, most people don't bait parry the same way they bait a DP, right? If you bait a DP, you're like, okay, you DP'd, I will now do my most damaging option to punish you for that, right? But when for some reason when people parry, because it's such a rare thing to have in the game, how people will respond is like by grabbing her, right? When we all know that thing has a fuck ton of recovery and she's in counter hit state the entire time. So what you should actually do is your most damaging counter hit combo, as if it was a DP, right? But let's take a look at what happens when LK parries here, right? Like close slash combo. He didn't know he was going to parry there, but like most of the time when parry is like failed, it's not the most painful thing. Either they get grabbed or like some suboptimal thing occurs like this. That's another hidden reality of how that mechanic works out in play. I don't even know he could cross up there. That was fucking disgusting. Safe jump. What a good character. Such a good tool to have in the matchup. Plus frames, more plus frame. 50-50. Uh-oh.
Ah, that was a bad burst.
So silly. Look at the two mats, bro. It's so disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Would have got me. Oh, lucky. That was good.
Uh-oh.
Die. Yes.
So this is definitely
Yo,
Leo has to fight.
JHET
I think Lord Knight's decision making is really, really good. Clearly well versed in the matchup, but like the Leo player has to solve more problems right now than the Baiken player. That's for damn sure. I think LK's just probably got to warm up the Baiken. I've seen him play way cleaner than this. Maybe because it's crossplay or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh shit! This for not tournament? It's IBSD.
Yep, look at these, all these conservative options. Yep, see, only went in when they wanted to.
Please work. My fucking mama, bro.
Why backdash there? Actually, no, that was a good backdash now that I think about it. This backdash is really, really good. I actually want to show you guys this backdash. I don't know how this turned into like a player analysis, but like, look at this backdash. This is such a good decision here. At first, I thought it was like, you know, like the standard Guilty Gear player, just I backdash because I want to kind of backdash. Or look what could happen here, right? So, how do I put this? If Leo doesn't DP, he's probably going to be fine. He's just going to take the block start from the Tommy, and then he could probably just keep going with what they were doing, right? If they mash, right, that backdash is probably safe, meaning there's enough iframes and she's going to create enough distance to where the like a 2P is not going to happen, right? The only thing that can actually hit Baiken here is a DP, and Leo would have to use meter to get value, right? And so when Leo does the DP and he RCs, now the Leo is like has to now bait bursts. So basically, the amount of value they get is going to be extremely low because they have to reduce what they want to do in order to bait burst, right? And because he backdashed, he got hit later with like the second hit, not the initial hit of the DP. So the RC timing is probably off for the Leo player. They probably pressed RC for the first few hits, and he got hit much later. And that's where this awkwardness came from. He actually got a trade-off. Well, I don't know how the fuck that happened. Probably the mat hit him. Anyway, this is just 100% like the lowest risk thing that could happen. That man did not play rock, paper, scissors at all. Very, very good.
Do I have time to turn it down?
Might as well give me your lunch money, yeah. You're down to get some games in? Excellent. Let's look at this low risk ass Look at this. Like, he's not going to do anything. All the onus is on the Leo. See, like, that was not... It happened again, chat. Look at this. Look, look, look. He's trying to bait this parry, but look what happens. Like, something that is not optimal. I mean, again, he didn't know. You see the pockets in which the parry gets hit. Like, you get the counter hit. Like, they mistimed the parry. Like, the punishment should be way more severe, but it just doesn't happen. It's much different than a DP. A DP is nice, slow, loud. You can see it happening. You know what to do.
Oh, master.
But the context are so different. You have to be so snappy and so quick. That's like that's the hidden trait of it. Mark my words, when Project L comes out and the character has like a ridiculous ass parry, and I'm playing them, that's gonna be the real reason I'm playing them.
Woo. Next.
That was the grossest thing I think I've ever seen. Safe jump. Damn, he really does not want to take a risk. He has all the meter in the world. All right.
Chat about some stuff, and then we're not going to make a tier list, but it'll look like one, but it's not one. I promise. I promise. I'm on my mama, my Baiken mama. There's a Leo next to me too.
This man said this motto was legalized.
Why did you say before that you winning is bad? One thing that I learned is that I think that people really like the type of player that people like to win.
Yeah.
Is a player that people think have a mystery X factor, and I don't have one. When I'm winning, everybody knows.
It's all systematic.
I pick one of the best characters, and I practice really hard for like 9 months to a year. And that is literally it. That is always the same reason. Nice backdash. And surprisingly, despite how people talk in the FGC, they don't like feeling like they're lazy, and I make people feel like they're lazy.
He definitely can make you feel that way. Seeing his work ethic, like, helped me. Like, I always wanted to be like super like in there, and then like him going in there, the way he goes in there, that like allowed me to be myself and just be a complete fucking lab rat.
Oh, that was godlike.
So I'm happy when he wins, because it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. That was the most disgusting 2H I've ever seen in my life. I think Leo's fucking dead. If he doesn't die, I'll be surprised. Oh, okay.
Shit.
Maybe Baiken couldn't kill there. Yo, Sparks, let's play,
Jump? Okay.
Sparks, let's play in like 5 minutes. Yeah, I think we should play in like 5 minutes. So you go ahead and warm up. Whatever settings you had to where it was no lag, do that shit again.
Shit. Got all this shit. Check myself. Oh, Tatami Gaishi.
Double Tatami, because she needed it.
Oh, it's my boy Doomba. What's good, bro?
She needed it, y'all. And Immortal, this game has crossplay now, so if you want to join in, let me know. I don't give a fuck. We game. At least for another hour.
Nice. Oh, fuck, you messed up. Yep.
Great use of the counter hit. Yep. There's that PRC. So what were they trying to do there? RC, you block. You see the leg, you have to block. How'd they fuck that up?
Pain. Am I gonna be
I wonder what they tried there.
after MagFest week, yeah, but not after MagFest week.
Yeah, wouldn't it be gross if she parried, fast RC'd parried again? Wouldn't that be the grossest thing you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah, that's actually worth it too, for me. Oh, I waited such a long time. Oh shit, it is Leo wiping.
Jesus fuck. Oh man.
That sucks.
I know
Definitely
LK LK definitely fucking only pressed a button followed by RC. That was not a
He didn't crash on
POS
Christmas.
that.
We have to make sure. I'm trying to get him to change his name to please take Uber.
You can PRC. Oh, that's Perry. Oh, that's so gross.
Oh, next trade.
Yo, what's up, box? Wait, how do I say this? Just me in a box. Yo, it's just me in a box. Welcome to the stream. We're out here investigating Baiken today. We're trying to find a glaring weakness of the character. I'm not seeing issues with risk. I'm seeing issues with return. And overall, she doesn't have issues with return. So that's kind of the issue. Notice, even though LK is getting clean hits, we haven't seen a lot of wall breaks from those hits. I think they're consciously trying to avoid wall breaks. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but I want to pay very close attention. Can't really counter combo structure, but...
Forward slash? Oh, that was good. That was a good guess. Oh shit, the strongest soldier too. Thanks so much for the prime. Oh, let's go. Oh, he held that at the beginning. Oh, but it's Leo.
Okay. Oh, that's so fucking disgusting.
Ah, this is bad. Don't do this. Wait, does he have a burst? Oh, he has a burst. Yeah, I gotta remember, Super builds more bursts, so I gotta remember to not do this at times, and just RC and, you know.
Interesting. He's parried every time there. Dude, this song's too good. Y'all know it. Man, I really want to play some Zato. Using meter for more mix-up is better to win around if they spent bursts. Indeed. There's the DP. This mix is disgusting.
Oh, he mashed there. Why? Pain. I tried to parry. Goodbye. Oh?
Interesting. Parry, such a good mechanic. Yep, good RC. That was round. Oh, I actually went for it. Okay. Wow, he baited it. Yeah, he knows where to stand.
Thankfully.
Leo just can't shoot fireballs, man.
I gotta pay attention to my meter when I take some of these parry guesses. Or I guess for those types, I need to just hit RC.
Alright, Sparks, let's get it. Why can I not move in the game? What the hell? Dude, they are guessing for their fucking lives right now.
Oh, he went up there. Oh shit. Please die! Yes.
BE8.
Why? Fucking Leo! Why?
Because his name's Leo Whitefang, bro. He's got to do it. Oh my God, what kind of bombo
Oh
was
shit,
that?
got me. Ugh, fuck.
What a good character.
No, OTJing with 2S is end the combo. That's end the combo. This is a little too serious for casuals. Great song, but not casuals.
Yeah, great song.
Televitor.
Vikings cheat. Vikings hella cheat. You don't
The
like
triple
that?
CS,
Wait,
but
let me
I
read
wanted it
this.
so bad. I wanted it so bad.
I don't like the okay back dash on the top. You say jump better to back walk if
Baiken
you're
is
afraid of
cheat.
throw DP
That's
mix-ups.
fine. That shit is
And then
cool.
start frame trapping with CS if you beat
Anyone know?
DP throw out of them.
Oh,
Okay,
anyone
okay,
know
okay.
This is deep lore. This is a Leo song. This is a high key Leo song. Actually, this is actually Remy's theme. It's called Otherworldly Foe. Remy's got the.
All right, let's see one more,
Alien VTuber.
and then
That
see
shit's
if I
mad
can
cute,
play my
actually.
boy Sparks for like 30 minutes to close out.
It's like the best
stream.
battle theme in this game, by the way. Besides the obvious.
I'm
ones.
learning this new Vio OS, and I'm getting
Otherworldly
more
foe.
consistent. All right, have that warm up ready, because I'm just gonna go in raw with Baiken and see what happens.
This track's a
What is this
fucking-
music? What is this fucking Papega ass? Yeah, same neutral structure.
Oh, how?
Oh, he's dead,
Ah, he's heavy. Stay over there.
dude. God, he's so low risk. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. He's so low
The
risk.
blue practice is my Baiken team. Where's that from? Too far.
And a good thing about his methodology
Nice. That was-
is
that was really
if it's
I'm gonna hold it.
not good enough, you'll know.
That's actually a very safe guess. I like that because if I parry him, he's not gonna get rejected. He's got DP. Forward. Oh, I can't fucking try. Okay. No DP? Don't do it. Okay, sorry. I won't do it again. How the fuck did I live? Oh, let's go. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna fucking rob you right now.
Is this it? The robbery?
Whoops!
Smart. He sniffed it out. But will it be enough?
I'm trolling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't have a car cancel. Okay. Goddamn.
Kara cancel, you say?
Come on. That was such a.
Then he decides to do that?
Oh my god. I gotta learn how to do it. I'm a bitch, dude. I gotta learn how to do it. I have to learn how to do it. I gotta learn how to do that shit. Should be costing me games, bro. Oh, let's go. Thank you very much. Thanks for the donation. I'm gonna air that in. Whew.
Oh my god, what a button.
Ooh, it might be guess for game situation for you. Oh, just kidding.
That was beautiful. That was actually destructive. Did y'all see that? This man fucking Yozansen out of the corner.
Oh my god. Sometimes I think I'm really good at this game. Sometimes. Goddamn.
Jeez Louise, Mr. Krabs. You're dead. Okay, one more. And then me and Sparks gonna fucking run something for y'all. If you want a more consistent
Track it
corner,
down
you
here.
can do
I'm telling you.
Yozansen, FRD, J. Oh, that's kind of like what we kind of did. We
Oh,
just
that
saw
was
that.
pretty good.
Okay. All right, thanks for the knowledge. The
Feel
knowledge.
what you knew. Jeez, Louise.
Night night.
Dude, that's damage on Leo. Dangerous. Verse. Oh, let's go.
Damn, that man does not want you moving. He still did some random ass shit. You like begged him not to do something random, so of course he had to do something random, which is the best thing to do. Which is the best time to do something random. Ooh, not good enough. Okay, maybe good enough. Really good. Really, really good. I think more disgustingness from the Leo player may be the move. He named Drunk Driver, but he ain't playing that tipsy. You know what I'm saying? What a jump. What a jump. There we go. I want to see more of that shit. Make this man uncomfortable. Nah, this is comfortable. Get away from this. See, this is bad. He's been there too many times. I like that too. Oh my god. So there's the mash.
Wow, you waited a long time.
Love how I used the mat and just waited. So disgusting. Oh, yo, they're gaming. Oh my lord, what a response. Surprised he didn't parry. Could have OS there. Couldn't. It was really nothing for Leo to threaten, I guess. There was no high-low. Really good action.
Go.
This isn't gonna kill though. That wouldn't have killed.
Not like this. Oh, just like this. Just like this. Oh, not like this. Fuck. Oh, you're a bum. Oh, God.
All right. That's the last one.
No.
She needs it if she needs it. Hey, yes, sir. You understand how Arxis thinks. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. Oh, you're already here? All right, let me play a little bit of Baiken for you guys today. Obviously, I'm not as great as the Lord Knight, but this is an important phase of research and development. I'm just going to get a feel for her, see what I remember from back in the day, see if we can implement some of the stuff we saw LK doing. And then we're going to go into the trial and error phase, which you guys will not have the unfortunateness. You guys don't have to see that part. That part's actually fucking boring. Are you ready for some floor 8 Baiken? She can't be that busted, right? She can't be my new main this season, right? I'm not going to convince myself to main this character, right? And then play not as lame as LK, and then lose and be like, damn, I need to be lame. Yo, this song needs to chill out. Whoa, why'd I fly over his head? I don't remember her doing that. Why not just 50-50 there? Why not just 50-50? Nadi, huh? I think we'll be fine. Leader. Fuck, I should have kept that D. Did not mean to air dash there. I kind of didn't mean to do that, but I kind of did at the same time. We live this. 5 guts. I've never been so mad in my life. I don't know what that was. That couldn't have been on purpose, right? Ooh, can I do a half circle today? Oh. I'll be fine, right? Domestic violence? Okay, we're good. Wait, you're not gonna kill me. I have 5 guts. You wouldn't dare kill me. Keep that shit super simple. Seems like a few of her physics have changed since I last played her. Oh yeah, you can't just mix this character for free. You're gonna have to delay some options. Yeah, you can't spin before my 9-frame far slash comes out, my boy. Damn, that shit reached me. Okay, I kind of griefed on that one. Oh, well played. I agree. I know nothing about good gear. When I see Baiken, I click. Copy that, copy that. We're playing a little bit of Baiken today, trying to get a feel for some things, see where her weaknesses may lie. Using ourselves as a guinea pig, all that stuff. Perfect. Whoa, it lagged at the worst time. Oh baby, this is gonna hurt. Yo, what is y'all obsession with fucking code? Like, what is that? Wowza. When you get hit on purpose. Alright, let's change this music up a bit. Tin no ho. Tin no ho. Sky should. Ooh, when life comes. Is this the song? This has to be the song. Cue up. Cue up. All right, let's do it. Oh, that's the good stuff. I didn't feel like it. That is such a fucking good move. Holy shit. Why do I feel like I shouldn't have pressed anything? I RC'd, but I didn't RC with enough vigor. Let's try that again. Yeah, you can't spin, Sparks. Perfect. Oh, okay, I see now. What reach? That man actually pressed there. Wow. Impressive. Bro, I'm real tired of these damn codes. Let's go, I'll take it. I'm getting real tired of these codes, Spark. Okay, nice parry. This man chose leap. I've never been so mad in my life. Fuck.
Duel 7. Let's rock.
Watch out, big burst there. I definitely had that shit. I've never been so mad in my fucking life. Okay, looks like we got the leap out of this system at least. That was the whole goal of that round. I agree. 10 no horse. I try some ratchet shit. I should not have pressed a fucking thing. Oh, I'm dead, Mr. Krabs. Fuzz nuggets. I'm dead? Yo, what's up, Will? How we doing today? I'm fucking dead. Do you know that? I'm good. Ultra industry. Thinking about playing Guilty Gear again, maybe? I mean, there's never been a better time. That's kind of how Strive's always been. The longer you wait to play it, the better it gets. We got crossplay now. And, you can see your opponent's ping before you actually accept the match on towers and shit. That's really nice. Just because we can play from people from all around the world now doesn't mean we want to all the time, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Sansen. I don't know why he keeps trying to do anything besides 6 feet. That's actually hilarious. This character's kind of sick. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. No way it was that active. I agree. I don't know what he was gonna do. I just assumed it had to be fucking spin. Wow.
仇討ち是きなし阿ビに天を通す Duel 1
You need to play better.
Let's rock
I feel like I saw parry there, but that's not what came out. I don't know why that seemed to be the best thing. I'm guessing because he's Anji, my brain was like grab. I don't like that frame trap. I like that a little bit better. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. Really? Staying there too? Alright. Jesus, he's fucking dead. I should have did father. Wow. Double wow. Interesting just guard. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Probably super. There we go, finally. Bro, I grabbed that. I agree, big time. I deserve death. But will she take me today? No, she will not. I think simply because I RC'd first, that worked out. You animal. You animal. You dirty dog. You filthy animal. Why am I dead? Do you see what I have to go through? See the damage I have to eat? Bro, y'all gotta be trolling with this code. Thank God. I got hoed. I'm okay with being hoed now. I'm kidding. I'm actually still mad about being hoed. Say about you. I'm still not feeling like that 6P is the best. I had super. Oh yeah, I definitely earned that. Yo, Zante. Their 60 is really good. Fuck up my plus frames, bro. Oh, he probably fucking the wrong punch. So, well, what's the plan for 2023? Game even harder? This ain't fucking Ko. God, I slept too soon. Thank God, Rinko still. You know, I was like, I'll burst, but like, not right now. When I should have just bursted. Now you're fucking talking. I'm that guy who's an animal. And he burst terribly. I cannot believe he got that kind of hit. Really? Grab. Wow. Okay. I think the overhead low is much scarier. Too entertaining. I wouldn't have committed to shit. I probably would have did delay low. Dealing with this fucking Ko. Bride grab. No way. Am I fucking... I'm dead. Bro, you still chose fucking spin? Bro, I've watched him shoot spin and I'm in complete disbelief. Then you chose Ko? There's no way. There's no way. What are these decisions? Alright, last one, Sparks. Run it. I definitely should have did a follow-up. absolutely correct, and I deserve death. I did something incredibly wrong there. I honestly thought Kabaddi would save me there. Okay. Ah, I should not have tried to press there. I am desperately trying to do Yozansen here. I'm a fucking griefer, y'all. Oh yeah, but I'm on that fucking case though. Yeah, this character's way too low risk. You be mashing out of that counter and get punished. That was absolutely disgusting, and I'm disgusted with myself. I cannot believe that worked. That was such a weak-ass mix, but it was mixed. Alright, I got something for this. I'm about to just start jumping, bro. Bro. I'm trying so hard to hit this character, y'all have no idea. I am trying to kill this man right now. You fucking press that. Oh no. I'm dead, everybody. Excuse me? Bro, what is that? What was that fucking Izanami he just did? He just changed reality. I was definitely on not this side. Am I fucking dead? Because of that Izanami? We living. And we dreaming. Bro, him in this fucking pro. I have not jumped once. just had a feeling that was gonna be Cone. I just wanted to hit him. Wait, where's my health, chat? Well, at least he's consistent. Well, doesn't get much better than that, chat. This man just fucking trolled until he couldn't troll no more. So yeah, that ends a phase of our preliminary research. So we basically learned this character's really, really good. Shake your hand gladly, long as you shake mine. Those are some honest games. I think those are pretty honest. Yeah, it became quite clear the only issue I had was the amount of return that I got only would get better the more I practiced the character. So I'm actually very happy with where she is. I think one of her weaknesses is her return from, like he said, from the far slash range is relatively low. I'm gonna push her combo structures a bit on my own in the lab, and then we'll probably see. I think that's her biggest glaring flaw. Let's see what Dustloop has to say. Dustloop usually has some form of insight. Let's take a look. Let's see what Dustloop has to say about Baiken. Yo, welcome to the club, AG. Weaknesses, punishment problems. Baiken has issue punishing whiffs and on block when outside of kick range. The inability to meaningfully convert. Okay, so this is just an extension of what we were talking about. Yeah, I was like, in that far slash range, return was relatively low, and if she was able to get a punish, that makes sense. So this is just like this is just what we're saying, but in a different context. So that seems to be the only thing that she's kind of bad at, honestly. Pressure up close is insane. Pressure in the mid range is insane. You have so many choices. My health felt good. I always had one more chance than I normally would have because her guts is ridiculous, for those who do not know. Or guts, by the fucking way. Yeah, she's just fucking solid. I'm trying to figure out where she's bad at, but there's always an issue somewhere. We just got to figure out where it's gonna be. My brain is thinking FD right now, and we'll have to see where that goes. But that is it for today's stream. Wanted to keep it nice and short. Wanted to get you guys an insight into my process. I really do just like to look at how different people talk about the character and play as the character. Lord Knight, obviously the go-to, because he's always got fantastic content, is able to articulate his thoughts very, very well. Now I'm going to take a look at maybe some EU Baikens or maybe some other Baikens from the Eastern Hemisphere of the world and see how that goes. But that is it for today. I'll be around. You guys always feel free to message me in the Discord. I think me and Sparks may want to play a couple here because I'm really fiending for some Zato. So if you want to catch that, come by the Discord. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next Monday, probably with an update on the Baiken situation. I also want to start showing you guys some indie fighting games. So anyway, I'm out. 1 comp per 5 pros. Yeah, she's got to be one of the strongest characters we've had to review yet. I mean, Leo's pretty strong. Zato's pretty strong. Nago's pretty strong, but like she's up there with Nago, and like, yo, you have to use the systems this way. Like, you have to use the constraints that she's been given, but I'm not seeing a lot of that this time around. So we're gonna have to really dig in there. Give me about 3 weeks to a month, and I have some brand new ideas for the quiz. I think it'll be really, really nice. And we got a new mic, so the mic quality is gonna be a lot better. So later. Thanks for being here, y'all. I'll catch y'all next week.